Good day to you. Today I want to ask you this question. Are you paying debt recurrently? Or are you exacting debt from someone else? By this you know that I'm not talking about financial debt. Though financial debt may get involved in the problem, I'm looking at the situation where Psalm 89:22 has a promise that the enemy cannot exact debt from you. So how does this debt-paying relationship become? How do you become a debtor? Sometimes we, to our own perfectionist personality, we put demand on ourselves and we exact from ourselves a better performance. So we unthinkingly or thinkingly, wittingly or unwittingly, we are doing swim or sink, perform or perish for ourselves, and we are not getting into satiety and satisfaction with serotonin. We are on a dopamine mode, demanding of ourselves better, do better. We cannot relax, look back and say that was good, let me improve. So we are on a dopaminergic mode, like the boy who's playing the digital game that he has to do it every time to win. So we can have that attitude in life and we become a debtor to our own sense of perfectionism. I could have done better. Now it's a good thing to say, how can I improve? But first we must move into reward sense and then move to satiety. I did it well. How can I improve? If we don't do it like that, we will have a sense of debt. I didn't do as well as I should have done. This may come from a family background where dad insisted you do better than you can. So one kind of debt extraction and exacting is we from ourselves. Then we can do it to others and demand that they do better, or we can have an attitude in our words, thinking, in the way we convey something, you owe me better than that. Now a dad may speak like that, a mom may speak like that regarding studies or grades. You owe me better than that. I have invested so much. And we can carry that in different relationships. We can do that to our spouse. You owe me. We give that attitude. Third kind is that I owe you. And we can get into that make people feel they owe us something that they never can fill and fulfill, pay back enough. We can act like that to juniors, to spouse, to our own son or daughter, in different relationships. And ministers may find this. They are at the butt end of demand and debt extraction, or they can do the same to others. Nothing is good enough. That was not good enough. So there is a debt going on. And when this debt practice goes on, it may cost us our health because we are exacting debt from others and others are exacting debt from us. And we may lose our health, we may lose our sleep. In fact, it may get into financial transactions and we lose something inexplicably. Our business may fail. And repetitively something we could have done well, we may end up failing. So debt and failing may come from rejection syndrome from our mother's womb, what we heard from teachers or parents or seniors, or it may be our own nature, as I told before, of personality, of perfectionism demanding that debt be paid. It can come across different relationships and situations. We may do it unwittingly, or we may be aware of this nature of us, that we put people on the dock where we conduct a simple office meeting or a board meeting. We may put people on the dock and they may feel as if they are in a courthouse indicted and they have to somehow present evidence for their exoneration. We must take care as seniors not to do this, because we will be like that unforgiving servant who extracted so much from other servants when the master had forgiven him all the debt. There's a story in the Bible where the chief servant owed some to the master, and master said, I set you free completely. It's okay. You owe me, but it's okay. Then he went and met with smaller servants and got hold of one and said, you owe this to me till you pay, and sent him to the debt house. Then the master heard this and said, you evil servant, you owed me so much and I forgave you freely. And this poor little servant owed you so little, and you exacted debt from him and sent him to the debt house. You will also go to the torturers. So debt exaction, either when we pay debt or when we demand debt and start collecting debt like Shylock, there is a torture's whip on our life. We are uneasy, high blood pressure, heart issues, gastric issues, irritable bowel syndrome, migraine. Many medical conditions can be related to this highly strung nature, where we are on a dopamine mood and never shifting to serotonin satisfaction or oxytocin bonhomie or GABA empathy. These are the neurochemical transmitters into which we need to relax during the hour. So this is a little help, I hope. If you want a little more consultation on it or clips on this, you can send me a WhatsApp asking for a clip on debt extraction to 074-211-5011. If you are overseas, that will mean +9474-211-5011. And if you want a consultation on this, you can give a phone call to 077-151-2801. It will be free of cost, especially where parents are at fisticuffs with a child who's not studying well enough. He's resisting, she's resisting, and you are constantly arguing. You should have done better because I have done so much. So that's the wrong language. There are other ways of encouraging kids to perform to their best without this courthouse language, debt exaction language, economic language of when I invested so much, where's the profit out of it? Let that not be the way you speak to your child. I hope this short talk helps. You can contact me also on those WhatsApp numbers. I'm Dr. Lalith Mendis. I'm the director of the Colombo Empathic Learning Center. Thank you for listening. So I want to remind you that we don't have to be Shylock, trying to exact a pound of flesh for the debt and trying to be a debt owner or a debtor. We are told by our Lord Jesus Christ that he fully paid the ransom. First word on the cross was, Father, forgive them. Last word was, it is finished. No more debt paying, no more quote sin. We are accepted as God's children without any debt because Jesus Christ paid the full price. Please remember that.